Do we have defined roles of men and women, or as long as you two are together, you have the same roles in that relationship?
No, the traditional gender roles have changed very, very much. So we can no longer have defined roles.
We can't stick to that.
And stick to that.
Yeah.
But, basically, as I look at roles, the role of any person, be it a man or a woman, in any relationship, is basically to know what this relationship is. What does it look like? What's the reality of my relationship? Like, if, say, the lady is traveling out most of the time and is not available, and there's a baby, what then becomes the role of the man? So if you know and define and appreciate and accept, and you have the reality of what your relationship is, then roles begin to be defined by that. If you're a chef and you're married to a nurse and she's doing night duty, what is your role? It changes on that night.
Yeah.
So the roles and the duties and responsibilities really change.
Yeah.
But as long as you define who you are and what your relationship looks like, because I usually look at relationships and we try to define. There are people who constantly need to negotiate because they are working in very different environments, so they constantly need to consult. So you are in a consultative relationship where duties can change, schedules can change, so you're always consulting, negotiating. I've been called to go this way, so you're remaining and this has to be done. There are people who are in compromising relationships. You compromise many times because this person is doing something that is bigger than the family. Say like a bishop. They can be called anytime, anywhere, but the family now has to compromise many times with the absence of a father figure. But then how do they compensate? So anytime you're in a relationship, if you can define it, it would be, like, say for example, this is a relationship where people are living apart. And if you're living apart, what happens? How do we define it? It would be a very trusting and a high communication relationship where you have to keep tab with each other almost on a daily basis. So those are the kind of things that, I try to help people look at when they're talking about a relationship.
Okay, interesting conversation here with Loice, talking on